Pleased to be joined right now by first-time Olympian and the champion in the 100-meter backstroke, Olivia Smoliga. Olivia, just take us through kind of the emotions of having the title of Olympian right now.
It's crazy. I've been telling everyone that's been congratulating me that it hasn't sunken in yet. I'm just so incredibly happy. This is awesome. My teammates have been doing so well too, and I think that's motivating all of us to some of our best, and I'm really excited right now.
Olivia, as a product of Glenbrook South High School,
Yeah.
as the female high school swimmer of the year, and somebody who excelled at the 50 free, setting a NC2A record this year,
Yeah.
did you ever envision representing the Olympic team, say 2-3 years ago, in the 100 back?
You know, I've always loved swimming both the backstroke and freestyle. I think I was a lot more successful 4 years ago backstroke, and I think long course, it's always been my strong suit. I haven't swam freestyle yet this meet. I swam the 100 freestyle on Thursday and the 50 on Saturday. So we'll see how those go, but I don't know, the 100 back has always been like my baby, you know. I want to do so well in it, so I'm glad it turned out the way it did.
59.0. You got to be. Where did that come from? When did you think you could go that fast?
Oh my gosh, I don't even know. Honestly, I know it sounds bad, but I truthfully wasn't focused on the time. I was just focused on getting my hand to the wall first and racing the girls next to me. I know Amy and Kathleen were right next to me, and it was such a fun race. You could see it on the Jumbotron, which part of me, I don't like it, but the other part of me is it's sweet because you could see where you are, but it's just nerve-wracking and exciting all at the same time, so.
Is the Jumbotron a distraction?
It is, definitely, but I feel like it's positive and negative in itself. Like I said, you could see where you are, but it's just stressful seeing yourself up there.
Olivia, we talked a little bit about this at the NCAA meet, but you are very much a wear your emotions on your sleeve type of person. How much does that help you, maybe get the juices flowing or just help you in your swimming?
Oh yeah, definitely. I think the thing that helped me the most, honestly, was just having my teammates on the sidelines, just as they were at NC's. That's all I was trying to channel at this meet, because at NC's, stakes are so high. You do want to get your hand to the wall first to get points for your team, and I kept telling myself that's exactly what I wanted to feel here, because this is so individual and it's awesome, but swimming for your team, it's so much more special. So I loved having them right on the sidelines. My parents were right behind me, and having their support was awesome.
Did you always react as openly and just as picturesque as you have, the past couple years? I mean, in high school, if you won something, was it like that too?
I really don't remember. I just, whatever I'm feeling then I do. If I'm excited, I'll show it. If I'm upset, I'll show it. And I guess that happened. I don't know.
Brian.
Olivia, a couple of things. One, having such great swimmers in the race as Missy and Natalie. And
Yeah.
What does it mean to you to be in a final like this with them? And also the second question, when you were receiving your prize at the end there, you seemed unsure of what to do when you were on the stand, because this is a new thing for you. Can you talk about those two and also your feelings when you were announced as an Olympian?
Yeah, absolutely. Being in that final heat, I mean, I've been watching Natalie swim my entire life. For as long as I can remember, just looking up to her. She's been my #1 idol. I've always wanted to be like her. I remember watching her at the 2008 Olympics and how incredibly successful she was there. It was an honor to be in that heat with Natalie and Missy and to race them, and just having them having to swim against Olympians was definitely a huge motivation, and it's been my dream to be right here, to be an Olympian, so I'm just really excited about that. I'm sorry, what was your second question? Oh, that's right.
It seemed like you were.
That's right. I don't know, because I was still in shock. I mean, it's like surreal just being up there in like an arena full of fans and such a huge stadium. It's like it's awesome. So I didn't really know what to do because I was still shocked that I was there.
So when you're in the mix zone and you look over and you see Emily Cameron bawling her eyes out.
Yes.
What was that moment like when you two
Oh my
reunited?
gosh.
And then when she made the final, the 200 IM after that.
Yeah, that's so awesome. My God, my teammates are the best in the world, and I don't care what anybody else says. They're awesome, and swimming for Georgia is just the best thing in the world. And now I get to represent USA, and that's also the best. She's such a great supporter. All my teammates are, and I'm so happy that she made the final in the 200 IM. So happy for her and all my teammates, honestly, that have been so successful here.
What do you think as a team you guys have proved this week?
I think we've proved that we're hard workers, that we put in and day out, and can show up at big meets like this. And I think being at Georgia, it's an old school program. You know, Jack's been running it for so long, and I think it works. I think it truly does work. And we get up and race and have fun with it. I remember talking to Melanie Margalis, and she's just giggling like after her race, after her 100 breast yesterday. She's like, that was so fun. I can't wait to be in front of the crowd again. She's just a racer and a gamer, and I think that's what Jack trains us to be.
Go ahead, Stefano.
You have a special tattoo. The tattoo is art. Has a meaning,
yeah.
a special meaning. Why you? This
Oh
is
yeah,
the law?
I got it my freshman year. It's a shaka sign. It's like hang loose. It's kind of, I don't necessarily think that I look to it for me to calm down, but it is just to relax, go with the flow. I know I really stressed myself out during prelims of the 100 back, and I had to calm myself down for semis and finals. So it does mean a lot to me. Yeah, thank you for noticing.
So coming back after prelims, you know, when you thought you were disqualified.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Did you ever imagine at that point that things would go as well as they had from that like almost disaster?
Yeah, truthfully, I thought I was done with it. My heart just sunk. I remember running up to Brian Smith, and he had like tears in his eyes. He's like, "You're okay, you're fine, you're okay." And that was so stressful. And I think just after that, I was like, okay, now I really need to show that I'm here for a reason and that I can really perform at the best of my ability. And yeah, that was like heartbreaking.
Mike?
Take us back to a year ago.
Yeah.
Where you've had such a great year this year.
Thank you.
Where have you made the biggest changes or improvements maybe over the past 12 months to get where you are now?
Oh yeah, I think the biggest change that I've made was completely focusing on the sport, giving my full heart to it, and I always have, but I think that I tweaked a lot of things, like eating a little bit better, getting more sleep, being a little selfish with my time, I think has been the biggest change that I've made. I mean, and it's worth it, you know, if I just, you know, went to bed a little bit earlier and all that, ate like kale salads and stuff. So yeah, definitely focusing completely on this and making trials my focal point after NCs was a huge adjustment.
Can you talk just a little bit about your mentality from 4 years ago as a young upstart to now, you know, being a face and a swimmer that people know and with a little bit more expectation?
Yeah, expectations were definitely high after 4 years, or 4 years ago. Going into the final, I think I was third. I came out fourth at the end. And that was really heartbreaking, honestly, because, you know, you have to build yourself up to want to make the Olympic team, and I did. And when I fell short of it, it was really, really hard. I remember my coach, Steve Ida, at the time, I was just crying, you know, in the warm-down pool, and he's like, you know what, just wait. 4 years, you'll put in your time, it'll all come together. But of course, then I was like, okay, I don't want to talk to you, you know what I mean? I was just like, I just want to warm down and be alone, but, you know, now it just tastes so much sweeter after all the hard work I've put in.
We'll take the last question from Dave up front.
So the U.S. has been very strong traditionally in the 100 backstroke, 3 gold medals in a row with Natalie, and Missy.
Yeah.
And the medley relay, obviously a huge event at the Olympics, which, you know, you could be entrusted to lead off.
Yeah.
What does it feel like carrying that mantle forward? And you know, is there going to be a lot of pressure on you?
Yeah, definitely, but I love it. So I'm glad there's pressure on me. I feel as though I perform my best when stakes are high. just as they were at NCAAs this past March, and just as they were here. You know, you never really know what's going to happen in a final like this. You know, you can come in first, but obviously, like I said, you never really know. So I love the pressure. I love the little extra stress. And it's just an honor to walk in their footsteps and to be kind of handed down that responsibility. And I'm ready for it. I'm excited for it, too. So we'll see what happens.
Congratulations, Olivia, the
Thank you.
third Chicago area swimmer to qualify already this year. So
Thanks
good
so
luck the rest of the
much.
meet.
Thank you.